Hello. Is everybody? Yeah, okay. You can listen to me. This must have been like 30 seconds of heavy silence, right? I mean, not 30. Hello. Sit still. Be ready. Today is coaching day. Coffee, cut drinks. Coffee, cut drinks. Getting coached. So as usual, I will just like boost their voice on Discord, have my ears be hurt, but at least you can hear them and not so much of the game. So I'm just waiting for them to call me and then we'll begin. I hope you enjoy the content as always. If this is helpful and you want to be coached too, do not hesitate. You just send me a message on Discord. I watch Discord all day. I'm always behind my screen pretty much, unless I'm actually working or juggling. Otherwise, when I'm at home, basically I'm behind my computer, you know. So I'll join the call and let's fucking go. Hello, can you talk? I see you muted here. When I'm at home, basically I'm behind my. Okay, I hear my stream. That's for sure. I'll join the call and let's fucking go. Yeah, okay. So I do not hear your mic. Talk. I see you muted here. Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, I hear my stream. That's for sure. So mute yourself while your mic doesn't work, and if your mic doesn't work, then we'll do it nonetheless. No issues, take your time. So, basically, I guess you're at least able to hear me. And what we will be doing is you will go into a game and stream your game directly onto Discord. All the while I will be completely muted, so you won't be able to hear me, I won't be able to hear you. And I will comment on direct on my stream, so you should have this muted. I do not want to disturb you with my voice. You need to be yourself playing, and nothing should be influencing your gameplay. Okay, that's I don't know if that's you, I don't know if that's me. But anyway, I'll see you play. I comment in direct, and then we will actually make a checkup, and I will comment to you. I will comment the game with you, right? So, if your mic doesn't work and we can never communicate by voice, I let you write me any of the details you would want me to go through. Do you have a specific comp that you want me to look at? Can you tell us what is your elo? How long have you been playing the game for? What are your expectations for this game? And everything like that. Like everything that could theoretically be relevant for a coach, you know? How often do you play? How seriously do you take the game? Have you played Teamfight Tactics before? This one I would like to know. Because usually having a Teamfight Tactics... Okay, no I haven't. Fine. No problems. I see a lot of people not having played Teamfight Tactics before. What is that game then? Okay, Teamfight Tactics is actually the auto chess from League of Legends. And it's the game that a lot of us have actually been playing before joining Pokemon Auto Chess. Like, people that play Pokemon Auto Chess with an auto chess background usually come from Teamfight Tactics. And a lot of the items on Pokemon Auto Chess actually are inspired from old Teamfight Tactics items. It is less true today, but if you have this background, you get used to the items and the concepts a lot easier, usually. So this is a game that helps a lot when you begin. So, okay, no issue. I will just now change the window of my stream, transition to your stream, and if then I go full screen, just like this, and I check back, yes, on my stream, this is exactly, we see your screen. So if there's anything that you do not want to be shared on live, it's not time to really open your porn window, you know. Sorry. That's a joke that I made. That's a joke that I made at university, by the way. Like, we had to do an English presentation, and in my in my USB key, I basically had several things, and one of them I remain the top secret file that shall not be open, and I heavily incentivize people to think that this was very, very dubious content, you know. It was actually pretty funny. Nothing too awful, but these are things that we do at university in France whenever we have a teacher that's actually somewhat funny. No. Nothing. I don't want to see any pictures. I will get banned. Do not take risks. Okay, so right now I will mute myself. I will have you start a game. To be completely honest, I will mute myself once we find the said game, you know. Oh, please hell, no double on my voice. You shouldn't be able to hear me on stream. I really want you to. I really want you to be completely alone when playing. No matter the game, just go into quick play. Just go into quick play and we quickly start this. So play your best. You should be tryharding, not trying anything new unless you're forced to, which may happen. So you are Screw Groudon, yeah? I've seen you quite a lot, so 1017. Can you tell me again how long have you been playing this game for? Because I didn't understand that you were writing before. How many games do you think you are in? 1 month, okay, so just like the last person I coached. And in 1 month, so you've been staying around 1000 elo, which for a beginner is completely understandable. Okay, so game is going to start. I'm muting myself on Discord, and now it's me and my viewers, you know. So where do I go? Here. Come on. And where is it? Mute. Okay. So you know, basically chat, what I could be doing and would be extremely funny, you know, I could have like the Pornhub Discord onto the left, yeah, and that would actually be hilarious. I don't know if this would be technically bannable on YouTube. I don't know. Fairycom, cause he'll like it. Okay. But who knows? To be fair, I've been playing my fair share of Fairycoms. If you've been following me, you should have seen this. Do we let the sound? I guess he wants to play fairies and he ignores Pichu? Really? Okay. I wouldn't ignore Pichu personally. Okay, let's mute the sound. How do I do this again? This should be over here, yeah, please. Okay, I'm already very disturbed by the fact that this guy doesn't go full screen. Maybe he doesn't know the F11 keystone, I don't know. Okay, Braixen's able to evolve already. I don't know if I would evolve it turn 2, you know, because now we can only play 1 unit. Let's see how this goes. He wanted to play fairy like this Igglybuff. Why wouldn't we be buying it? I don't really get it. But you know, if he's a beginner, I mean, when I coached all TFT players, there's a lot of things that I do not need to teach them. Whereas when you coach a complete beginner, you have a lot more work to do, and this is to be expected. Okay, so Braixen actually pulls through. Perfect. Okay, we have Twisted Spoon, we have the Seed, we take the black glasses. This is smart. I would have done the same. Black glasses is never a too bad choice. So this is a very easy fire start. Some fire units, some dark units, okay. We could be taking everything here, it doesn't cost us anything. So basically it's just better options available. Disable, what is he doing? Okay, checking the hotkeys. I didn't even know that the hotkeys were indicated there. I never needed them. So I'm going to co-op, so I'm muting myself. I have been slightly sick, you know. Okay, some more AP. I don't think I would have gone for AP there, but let's see what he's doing with this. If he's looking for Psychic, because he has Braixen, AP should not be his go-to. Oh, he's looking for fire, okay. He's really thinking about fire. I don't think that this early game is so good for fire that you should be instantly going for it, just for Braixens, you know, but I could see where this comes from. Oh, and we are instantly contested on fire. Okay, what decision do we make when we see this fire come that is even more advanced? We should be checking this guy's golds to see where we at. If we are in advance on the gold curve, this may not be too much of a problem. If we are behind, then we may struggle. Okay, not using the keybinds to sell things. What's the purpose of buying XP there? It's because we have nothing better to do. Okay, very sloppy rolls. Very sloppy rolls right here, because even if you can actually do something with this roll, there is basically nothing that you theoretically get out of it, yeah? There is theoretically nothing that you get out of it. Because if you can't even buy the unit, otherwise you break your threshold. Okay, I definitely need to ask him what is he rolling for. If he doesn't know what he is rolling for, it is an absolute blunder. Okay, so we are trying to win, but we are not playing our components. I don't think it is very clear in this guy's mind what he is actually trying to achieve. He's doing things, but you know, does he know what he's trying to do? Does he really know what he's trying to do? I am not so sure. Okay, so we win this round. What for is the question. So we broke the chain loose, and now we need to chain win if you want to optimize something. We have a very horizontalish comp. Actually, Rals is giving us so much. The thing is, Ratata and this guy are doing nothing for us, so they should be replaced as soon as possible. We're looking for information. The question is, what are we taking from it? Okay, some more fire. We would need a fourth fire unit, ideally. Here it is. So yeah, replace this guy. And this activates as fire 4. We even have human 3. So now what? Because the other fire comes are more advanced than us, it seems, and they play their items. So what are we doing with these items components is the question that we should be asking ourselves. It is the question that we should be asking ourselves. Attack speed. Attack speed is the go-to here. Absolutely banger attack speed. We need this attack speed. Come on, man. Yes! Good. Absolutely gorgeous. Eevee. We want Eevee. We want Eevee just in case we play Firestone. We think about Eevee, or will he ignore him? I guess in the end he doesn't have a fossil stone, right? We'll be at roughly 40 goals. Okay. So look, right now we tried to win, we rolled a lot to build a comp. In the end, yeah, easy, very good. In the end, we couldn't build a chain win. So 39 goals is fair because you will be winning this round and then you will get +1 gold, which will give you 40. And that should be enough. So what we need to do right now is positioning correctly, because if you align yourself, Gyarados comes there and then he casts one spell and boom, all these columns dies, you're screwed. You absolutely need to position better. So right now we will lose, right? Okay, no, fine. This guy positions over here so he doesn't make any weird alignment. We should be extremely careful. We should be extremely careful with Gyarados, because sometimes if you misposition, you know. Okay, we've got some armor, and we will obviously want some fire. Yeah. Basically, fire should all be about level 8, because the difference between Fire 6 and Fire 8 is so big that this is the main power spike we are looking for. Okay, according to stats, this isn't the best fire unique. If stats are to be believed, this isn't the best fire unique, but since it is fire light, we will now really be looking forward to get Flareon. Okay. I get where this item is coming from. Don't get me wrong. I guess why you would be making this upgrade on fire, but I don't think this guy remembers the item guide too well, because you know, never make this item ever! The X-rays are just so much better in every situation. I do not believe in upgrade outside of artificial when you need to make Porygon Z. And maybe grass. Maybe grass. Just because grass survives for so long. It's a tank item. Never played this pad before. Do not make apologies, no problems. No issues. You're trying a new comp, I think. Okay, we're taking tanky. I guess we need a front line. Okay, we should be rolling. Yes. We're pretty unlucky with these rolls. That's unfortunate. We need to enter Litwick right here. You've leveled up, so you can enter Litwick. No Eevee. Yeah, Litwick. And now he should be realizing that he has a light spot available with Litwick. He has a light spot available with Litwick. So he couldn't beat this guy, but Keratin probably has 0 golds. So no issues there, do not stress. No problems. It is fine that you'd be losing. We want the fossil stone. Absolutely. Yes! Yes, this is Flareon. So we can now play Fire 6. And I think this is enough evolutions. No, maybe not. Maybe we want to evolve Litwick. Maybe we actually want to evolve Litwick. Okay, Firestone Eevee, we enter Flareon. Gorgeous, we replace Ralts. Ralts is to be replaced. Why do we still play this Ralts? It's not fire. Ralts is doing nothing for us. Yes, it's Psychic. Psychic sucks. Get rid of these Ralts! Yes! Indeed. Perfect. I would rather see Litwick. I don't think this guy realizes he has a light spot. I guess he doesn't know light. And this is such a fire game. What the hell? Everyone's playing fucking fire. Everyone's playing fire, but these guys are spending their money What we should be checking is how much golds they have. And we should be doing something with these components. We don't have the luxury of time, I believe. It is unfortunate, but this is just the reality. We don't have the luxury of time this game. Level 7. Go level 7. Oh no. Oh no. What are we doing here? Okay. I like people making mistakes, because this is what we can learn from, you know. Holy hell! Buy these! This needs to evolve! Buy these Charmanders! Sell the Rals, buy the Charmander! We can evolve Magpie too, with this Ditto. This is good! Come on, buy them! We need them! Oh no, don't tell me we'll not be buying them. Holy no! Holy cow, why? Yes! Yes, please! Oh, we locked the shop, okay. So we'll have to talk about shop locking later. Okay, double Ditto this guy? Can we double Ditto this guy maybe? Can we double Ditto this guy? Okay, yes! Very smart. Now we need to level up. Absolutely, we need to level up. Yeah, that's because you're level 6, man. That is because you're level 6, there's no mystery. There is no mystery. So... yeah, fine. What do we want now? Twisted Spoon? Okay. I don't think that's too bad. No, we need level 7. And we need level 8. Man, you need to be leveling up. Don't try it. Focus on your gameplay. You're playing right now. Communication, it's after the game. I mean, that's only human, you know. So, now we have like, it's not a carry, but it is definitely the strongest unit that we have, right? Okay, Dark does good against fire. This is to be expected. Many mistakes are being made right now. We need to be using these components. Level up, man! Yes! You go level 8, you play fire 8. We do not have time for rolls. What will these rolls give you? Tell me, what will these rolls bring you? Oh, maybe Torchic. Okay. Okay, fine. They bring you Torchic. How do we play Torchic now? We're losing human there. Why are we not playing Magpie? Okay. You have this unit. We need level 8, man. Fire 8 is so much better. I think he told me he was a fire player before. I just don't think he's that experienced. Oh, so we have a VTuber in the game. Okay, fine. Level up, man. You need to go level 8. This is your last chance, basically. Double AP onto someone. Double crits. We give item to the Sound Doom. That is our best unit. We spend all this money, activate Fire 8, and we try to fight. There's still a plan. There is still a plan. Not everything is lost. We can manage. We can manage, but we need to be quick. Okay. Flareon. Okay, no. Yeah, Houndoom. More items. Please. Yes. Finally, we played the light spot. Nice. We are not utilizing this AoE Gracidia. We are not using our components. We are not using our XP. We need to be using this XP. You don't have time for rolls. Okay, Kilava. Never mind. Level up, man! You need to play! Do we win this? I guess we don't. No, we don't. Okay, there's a lot of things to be learned. Perfect. Perfect. There is a lot of things to be learned. Gorgeous. Beautiful. I need to go back onto Discord. Just let me do this quickly. Okay, I'm back. Just a minute, I need to swap scenes because right now people will be able to see my own internet window. Okay, perfect. This was actually a very good game to be coached at. So yeah, obviously the results are not that good, but there are very clear reasons why these results aren't that good, and we'll be able to make something good out of it. So yeah, this is actually ideal game right now. Absolutely ideal game. Perfect. Gorgeous, beautiful. So, what I need to be doing, I will be on, come on, Pokemon Auto Chess always makes this. Wait a minute. I actually can't see my mouse because Pokemon Auto Chess is opened. So let's open fucking Google, you know. Let's open fucking Google. And then I should be able to see my mouse onto my other... Yes! Perfect! Okay. So, I need to go on my YouTube channel. I need to go onto my own stream. Copy paste it somewhere. No. So my content, I should be directly on live. Yes, indeed. You can see my Google. No advertisement for Google, obviously. This is completely unintended. Copy paste. If anything, I would advise you go with anything that is not Google. Wait a minute, I'm fucking stupid. I am fucking stupid. Just make sure I copy paste the good thing. If I do not copy paste the good thing, then this will be awful. There we are. So we will be watching a replay of my stream, basically, right? You can hear them. Obviously, we shut down the sound. And we come all the way here. Okay. And I'm back with you. So, I will stream my own window, so you do not need to be on my stream. This will be easier. So, it should be this window, right? Yes, it should be this window. So I'll be live streaming my own live on Discord so you can see directly what I see. Okay then. There is several things that I can say. So right now, this screen that you can see, this is my internet screen and it is not full, right? You can see that it is not full because right here you have my research bar. You have my favorites, so you can see that I'm reading Mushoku Tensei. You can see that I'm reading Classroom of the Elite, that I use Google Mail, and all of these things. You know, I'm reading a lot of light novels, going on YouTube, going on Twitch. All of this information you have, and I'm also using AdBlock, you know, which isn't something that should be advertised on YouTube, but hey, you do you, and I do I. So, right now I will use the Magic Keystone. F11, boom, full screen. You're not using this. You're losing 1/4 of your top screen right here. And all of this should be Pokemon Auto Chess. You will have better information, everything will become bigger, and you will be able to read a lot better what happens on your screen. The only downside of it is, look, boom. If I go too high onto my screen, boom, instantly I get disturbed right there. But otherwise, full screen, so useful. A Keystone F11, absolutely F11, you know. Try it right now, it should be working. And it is always a useful Keystone to be using. The only downside, maybe if you like F keys are always good to know, and if you mispress, you could actually be pressing F12. F12 will do you this, and if then you misclick somewhere, that could become awkward. Basically. So, we'll begin. Game is loading. We were thinking about fairies. We finally switched on to fire. I may explain to you the basic of fire, just in case you are playing that later. Okay, let me quickly check. Yeah, something, because if you are, I can't hear you anymore. Oh, really? Okay, wait a minute. I'll disconnect. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I guess if you can't hear me, that shouldn't be my mic. Let me check on OBS. No, very clearly my mic is still working. I think that's on your side. Disconnect and come back. I've had some students have these kind of issues with Discord. Okay, can you hear me now? Tell me soon, can you hear me? If you can't hear me, this will be awkward, but can you hear me? Okay, if you can't hear me, we'll do this differently. If you can't hear me, we'll do this differently. We will do this differently. Okay, nope, I guess my sound gave up entirely. Can you hear my stream? Can you hear my stream? That is the question. On YouTube it still works. I might need to restart. Okay, so what I'll be doing, I'll do coaching myself, since you can't talk anyway, you know. I'll let you watch the stream and ask questions after, if you have them. I think this is the best way to do things, right? I think this is the best way to do things. Yeah. So you do not miss out on content too much. And then, okay, then we begin. So this guy needs to restart his computer because his sound gave up. This is something that happens, but hey, you know, sometimes. So, F11 key, people, that will help you have full screen. You should always be doing this, basically. This is so helpful, just makes the screen bigger. And you should be using this loading screen already. You should always be using this loading screen to at least look at the level of the room, thinking about the things you would like to do, thinking about some comms, getting focused. And this guy is actually using this to be thinking. So, right now we have a lot of units, and we're buying Fennekin. I guess the idea there is to have the pair, right? We take the pair. That is something that you never see me do, but you see Crabhammer doing this a lot. The reason why Crabhammer does this is because this guy has tri-primal games. He's so much experience that he's able to play a shit ton of compositions. So for this guy, every option available is a good option, which is a lot less my case and a lot less your case if you're watching this video likely, you know? We are not all the crap. So, for us plebeians that only are level 300 and below, basically, and not level 1000, what we need to be doing is playing the comp that we actually understand and know about. Right? We cannot just take a new comp every single game, because that will be overloading our brains. The human brain, at the end of the day, it is limited in the number of information it can actually process. You know, you cannot know everything. You've all been at school. You cannot be both good at math and good at English and good at drawing and good at manual works and good at sports and good at history and good at geography. You have your weak points and your strong points, and you can't know everything perfectly well, right? You can be decent at everything, but not everything will be your specialty, right? And you should be, when playing a game, focusing onto your specialty. For those of you who maybe have played League of Legends, did you play every fucking champion? No, you played your main champions, right? Same goes for Apex Legends. Same goes for Valorant. Same goes for a lot of games, actually, you know? If you've played Mario Kart, you most likely played one very specific kart with one very specific character, right? And you were better with these settings because that is what you were used to. What other example could I take? There's so many of them, actually. If you've played Fortnite, a lot of people have played Fortnite. You usually use the same weapon, right? Because there were weapons that you were actually at ease with and some weapons you disliked. This is basically the same thing, right? We cannot be good at everything. Some people are good with a sniper rifle. Some others are good with a shotgun. And some people actually would rather use an assault rifle. And all of these strategies are perfectly viable. And there are extremely good sniper rifle user, really good shotgun user, really good long range assault rifle users. And even then, when you play the shotgun, there are different models of shotguns and not everyone uses the same. Okay? You do you. And you can't do everything. You can't be good with everything. This is above human capabilities. Even pro players of League of Legends only play a few champions. They can decently play all of them because they are pros, and that's what Crabhammer is able to do. He's the best player on Pokemon Auto Chess, so he can play decently every single comp. But when you put them on their main champion, when you put Crabhammer onto his main composition, they will crush everyone. Right? Okay, I need to mute you because I'm hearing my own stream. Okay, you muted yourself. Perfect. So if you hear Discord making notifications, it's just my friend that's preparing for vacation. So we'll have to deal with this. I don't think it will last for too long. I'm fucking sorry. So, yeah. You need to find these few compositions that you like and stick to them. So when you're telling me you want to play fairies, I would expect you to be buying this Pichu rather than taking these Fennekins just because they are a pair. The pairs, they will come out eventually, you know. Do not be too stressed of not having evolved units. You do not need evolved units in the early game. It is not essential. At the end of the day, you know you still lost your rounds. So what purpose was there evolving this guy? Well, nothing really, right? But because this is a fire game, let me go through the fire basics, right? So you can maybe play fire later. And because a lot of people play fire, this is actually always helpful. So fire brings you two things. Auto attacks burn your opponent, so you get a CC. This gives you damage, true damage at that, and anti-healing. And this also means that the more units you hit, the more burns you do. So fire want to have widespread damage rather than one specific focus. This is something that is very, very specific to fire and poison. With other comps, you want to be a lot more focused onto one unit. Then every single auto attack gives you more AD. Okay? So you are given AD, and the more auto attacks you pull out, the more AD you get, which means that the statistic you must be looking for absolutely is attack speed. And then, in order to have your carries be able to accumulate stats through their attack speed, you need to have tankiness so that your front line doesn't die too fast. So we're looking for armor, MR, shield, and attack speed. These are the 4 stats that we are absolutely looking for. Unless we get a very early good AB carry and we stuff him AP, like that would be double Ditto plus Fuecoco very early, maybe we can play AP. But that is usually not something that we do with fire, right? The basics of the comp is attack speed and tankiness. Then, 4 levels, 2, 4, 6, 8. Fire 2 gives you very little things. A little CC that's appreciable, but no AD bonuses. Then, Fire 4 brings you +1, Fire 6 brings you +2, and Fire 8 brings you +3. Something that needs to be understood by people is that when a synergy gives you widespread stats, the more units, the more stats. Which means that not only having Fire 8 rather than Fire 6 give any of the fire units more stats, it also means that you have more units that gain said stats. Which is why Fire 8 is such a better threshold to play than Fire 6. When you play Fire, you must be reaching Fire 8. This right here is your weak win condition. If you do not end up level 8, you failed your game. Your game plan should be slowly scaling all the way to level 8, not stressing out too much, and once we are level 8, we can actually start rolling, getting our units, and playing our game, you know? Level 8. This is your main goal when playing Fire. According to Crabhammer, and I agree with him, ideally when playing Fire, you should not be running a single time before level 8. The thing that I would personally do is maybe sometimes at level 6 you do a few rolls just to have your commons being 2 stars. You know, you evolve your common once. And then instantly once you have 1 or 2 commons evolved, you level up. This will just help you go through the mid game with a little less being a little less harmed, you know. So these are the Fire basics that will be disrespected, but I guess you are not playing Fire too often. Maybe that's like your 3rd comp, and I do not play it at stream too often either, so I'm not teaching people Fire enough. That was my main comp back in the days. So I'm disappointed we do not buy the Pichu and do not stick into the game plan right here, but you know. Braixen evolves, we buy Braixen. Fine, this is a choice. You know what you could also have been making? Right now this worked out, so no worries. But imagine 1 unit was not enough to beat these Ratatas. And we actually needed 3 units, because 3 small units are better than 1 big unit. What you can be doing is buy out all of this shop, right? Sell the units that you do not need, keep the Fennekin in the shop, and then you shop lock. And actually all of these empty spots will be refueled, and the Fennekin you will keep, right? You do not need to lock all of your shop. You only need to lock the units that you need. That's something that is not doable on TFT, but it is doable on Pokemon Auto Chess. This is a rule that we have, that we can only lock the units that we need to the shop, and the other spots will be refreshed. That is so very useful. So you could technically have 3 small units rather than a big one, and only evolve your Fennekin next turn. you know. So I do not know which one of these units we would have been keeping, but anyway, we have some seeds right here, not the best component to start with, and then some spoon. When I see seal plus spoon, I do not necessarily think fire, you know. But I like the choice of the black glasses. Considering what we had, the black glasses is probably the best choice that was available to us. So we have the Litwick. Because we want fire, we pick the Litwick. And right now you have 14 gold, so you could be picking all of these units. That wouldn't hurt your econ, you know. And next turn you could be selling them. By the way, I have seen you sell these units by clicking them and dragging them into the shop. So what you can also do is just have your mouse over the unit, like this, and press the E key. And that will sell a unit. Right? E to sell, D to roll, F to level up, which I personally do not use. And you'll be able to see it, look, boom. Exactly right now. He sold over Pokemon. F, buy experience. D, refresh shop. A, play avatar animation, pretty useless. Control toggle emote menu, and control +1/+9 trigger emote. Okay. Down there, it's silly you do not use this, but these 3 keystones you can technically be using. Personally, I never use the F key. I buy XP with clicks. But that's just me. I always use E and D. D to refresh and E to sell over Pokemon. And it is so much faster than clicking. No? And it also avoid misclicks. So these two, really useful. This will have you be able to roll faster, be able to sell faster, and globally all of your gameplay will be accelerated, which is always useful. Another Fennekin, this is the one that I will personally not buy because I do not expect to be able to fully evolve him. I would like to know what the purpose of this AP is. I guess it's because this unit is Psychic. Is it you that answered me? If so, I will be looking at this. Okay, that would be Fairy Grass, Dark Poison. Okay. I thought I needed to evolve because I was getting to a window like a paper rag. So basically I had no King Rock. I'm sorry, but an unexpected problem just showed up, so I'll have to leave. Be back probably an hour. Okay, no problem, man. No problem. Solve your real life problems. And that's perfect. That's perfectly fine. So we'll have less interaction than the last time. This is the thing. This is things that happened. Yeah. Things that just happened. So the purpose of this should probably be, I guess, choice specs. This is not the stat that we are looking for fire, but that is the beginner mistake because we do not know fire. So yeah, we should have been looking for attack speed there. Anyways, beginner mistake, you know. I'll be analyzing this more in depth than I was doing it live, so this... Okay. You know, you could just actually hover your mouse over there to see all of this information. So basically fire, lot of early game units, but also a lot of late game units. So you do not need to be too stressed out about the early game units and the rolls. Here we lose, and losing is actually perfectly fine. We should absolutely be checking this guy's econ, because this is our direct rival, right? This guy is the player that will be contesting our composition. So we need to know if we are at an advantage. We need to know if we are more rich than this guy, or if this guy has the same or even more money than us and was just more lucky. And if this guy has the same golds or more golds than us and a better comp, this means we should probably be thinking about rotating and playing something else. It's still early in the game, we can still completely be fine by playing something else. If this guy has better board, better econ, and better luck, then he will have a better game. By a matter of fact, that can't be avoided, right? Nothing is to be done. So we should be checking this. We should be checking this. It will obviously be useful. So we proceed, the attack speed we take, and that is the best choice possible because display towards the fire strength. Oh no! No, we take the charcoal. Oh no. No, this fire already gives you AD, so you do not need too much AD. I do not like this charcoal too much. Eventually this will be your firestone, so well, why not? But the priority should have been X-rays, just because it's so good with fire. And right now, double mistake. We bought XP. What for? What is the goal? What is the point of buying this XP right here? Do we really want to level up this badly? What will level 5 actually bring us? Is there a fire 5 level? No, there isn't. We do not even have 5 fire units at the end of the day. So why would we want to be level 5 so much? An economy threshold will be so much better, right? I would rather sell this Ratata and sell this Fennekin and have 30 gold and lose my round rather than do everything half-heartedly, having a somewhat decent looking board but that will lose to everything that's strong, and having some XP but no threshold reached, and trying to be strong but at the same time I'm not using my components and be all over the place. I would not like to do this. I would rather pick something. I do not use my components, which means that I choose to be weak. So I do not roll because I don't try to be strong. I try to reach my gold threshold, no matter if I lose. So I sell all of these units that are useless because I will never be evolving Fennekin. I sell them. I accept that I only play with 2 units. I waste HP, but I get money. I play for win or I play for the money, but I do not play for both the win and money because that is not realistic. If you play for money, then you'll get money. If you play for the win, then you'll get the win. But if you play for both, what will happen? People that play for the win, they will play for the win better than you because they will spend more money than you. So they will have a stronger board and they will beat you. And so you will play for the win and end up losing. And you do not get anything out of your gameplay. Know what you are playing for. Either you really contest the win and you spell all of these 20 golds, or you do not play for the win and you play the econ. I would advise you play the econ. It's easier. No. It's easier to play the econ. It will lead you further. So yeah, 20 golds, but that should be 30. That should be 30 here. The roll was the second mistake, by the way. The first mistake was clicking this XP, useless. The second mistake was rolling. This is not what you're trying to accomplish right now. Okay, beautiful Litwick. And we see the Rals. So, personally, look, right now, you are a fairy player. At the end of the day, you only have Fire 2 activated, right? So why would we stick to Fire? We can still go to Fairy. And look at this. Ralts. Fairy Psychic combined with this guy and another Fairy unit. Why are we not going for Fairies? Why are we not going for Fairies here? We go for Fairies every day, right? This is our main comp, and we have 2 good units of our main comp coming at the same time. We should be focusing on what we are comfortable with, right? Why do we force ourselves to play fire that we do not know? Why the game gives us fairy units that are perfectly fine and decent to play. I would have swapped right now, right? So something that you have to keep in mind. Just because you started with fire doesn't mean you need to stick with fire, especially so early in the game. You have to work your brain out. Usually it is like the easier solution is when I decided something, I go through with this something. This is the easy solution. And I would understand why beginners will always go like this, and that's perfectly fine, perfectly understandable. However, if you want to progress, you need to accept that sometimes you started with an idea, and dynamically throughout the game you will have another idea and go through with this other idea. And it's perfectly fine to be doing this. Right? Right now we can actually switch to fairies, and that would be perfectly fine. And we should not be afraid of buying this Vanillite. We play the Ralts that activates us Psychic Human. Then we sell this Fennekin. Screw Fennekin. We play Vanillite. This activates us Fairy 2. And we have a board that's actually starting to look like something. We need to replace this Rattata with something. What can we be replacing Rattata with? This guy, Honedge, gives you Ghost 2. And that's looking a lot better, isn't it? And then we slowly swap to fairies because that's what we know how to play. Okay? And this is why we are sticking with the options that we are comfortable with. We do not go all over the place with 1000 comps, because when we play 1000 different comps, this is the kind of mistakes we end up doing. To be fair, I've been coached onto League of Legends, and there was an advice that was so useful that I received. Okay? I was playing only like 2 to 3 champions. And sometimes I was faced with situations where some of my champions were banned, because League of Legends you can have your champion banned, so I cannot play them. And the champion that is picked by my opponent is actually a very hardcore counter pick of my own champions. And in general, the compositions of the enemy team is a composition that is very strong against the champion that I would like to be playing, against my main. So here, I know that if I play my main, this will be a very difficult game, very hardcore, and I'm very likely to lose it. A lot more likely than any usual game, you know? I'm maybe at 30% chance of winning. And what my coach told me is, in this situation, in the long run, what will actually be helpful for you is you pick your champion, no matter the situation. You pick your champion accepting that you will probably lose this very one game. But at the end of the day, this very difficult situation you will be put in, and all of the efforts that you will make to try and pull through, they will teach you a lot more than if you were to pick another champion that will be easier in this situation, but that you won't be playing ever again. And he was so right. He was so right. It is so much better to pick your main champion in a very tough situation, even if you know that you are likely to lose, and accept that this one game you will probably lose it, but at least you've learned something. And how do you translate this to Pokemon Auto Chess? Well, right now, okay, we did not have the best fairy start, but at the end of the day we are a fairy player, so we should be trying to play fairies, right? Even if these components are not the best, even if the situation is more fire-like, at the end of the day we are trying to learn fairies. We should be playing fairies, right? Because what will teach us the most things, it's playing fairies. The only situation where I would like to see you play fire rather than the fairies that is your main is if your goal is to try and learn fire. If your goal is not to expand your pool and try and learn fire, you should not be playing fire. Right? That's just how things... That's just reality. the reality of learning. Sometimes you need to accept to be in a harsh situation and just go through with it. There were so many fairy units and we ignored them. And I'm actually disappointed that we ignore them. What are we rolling for? Do we even know what we are rolling for? I guess fire units, right? You are exploring. I guess fire units, you are exploring. So this is a very bad win because this breaks our chain loose. So because you haven't played TFT before, let's take a quick moment to talk about chain winning and chain losing. So basically, when you win several times in a row or lose several times in a row, you get bonus gold. After 4 losses, I think you get plus 3 goals. After 5 losses, you get plus 5 goals, and after plus 4 goals, and after 6 losses, you get plus 5 goals. And as long as you keep doing the same thing, which means only winning or only losing, you gain more and more and more golds. But as soon as you break this chain, you lose all of these golds. And it's all back to the beginning. So, and that's by a matter of fact, you would have been better off losing this round and keep getting more money than winning this round, getting this +1, and then just breaking your chain win. Breaking your chain loose. Always try to play in chain if you can. And this is the reason why you are always trying to spend all of your money to win or keep all your money and try to lose. That's because you play in the chain. Whether it's the chain win or the chain lose. And at the end of the day, the reality is that only the best player and the worst player are able to make a perfect chain. Usually only 2 players are able to have the perfect chain win and the perfect chain lose. It's very rare that it is more than 2. But if you are one of these 2, then you are already at such an advantage, you know? That's something that you should be looking forward to. Okay. Stage 7. I would like to accelerate this. Can I accelerate the stream? I don't think I can, right? Maybe I can. Yes, I can indeed. Okay, 1.5. Let's accelerate all of this because... yeah. So we are dragging and selling. Use the E key. Okay, Fire 4, perfect. I think when I was live, I actually was glad that you did this. Another fire player with a better fire setup than us, so we should really be thinking about whether we really want to play fire or not. Okay then. I was saying please attack speed, perfect attack speed, take this attack speed, and you ended up taking the attack speed. Very neat. I was saying take the EV, take the EV, and you ended up taking the EV. Perfect. This turn you do nothing, and I think doing nothing is actually the right play. Doing nothing is actually the right play. You do not need to spend your money, you need to keep these 30 golds. And here you should also be doing nothing. I know it is frustrating, but sometimes in auto chesses you just do nothing. It is extremely frustrating, you do not spend any gold. That's how it is. That's just the reality of this game. Right now you do nothing. Maybe you position better, but I explained this before. So this is a very risky positioning against Gyarados. It ends working. We get some armor. By the way, did you know that with full screen you would be able to see this armor? Because by a matter of fact you would. Lots of fire portals. We take the first one that comes. Acceptable. Maybe you could have gone for the double fire, but anyway. We've got this unit. According to win rate, this is the worst fire unique. And now, okay, this is game knowledge lacking. This guy is Firelight, this guy is Firelight. You should be playing this guy over Magby and play with the light spot. Easy as that. You know what? Even better. Sell this Ducker, it's useless. Play Fire 6 right now. You level up and play Fire 6. You roll until you get your 6 fire unit, you play Fire 6. You activate the next fire threshold. That will be a lot better. And right now, it would be a good time to try and start winning with fire. Mid-game should be your forte. If your mid-game is weak, then your entire game will probably be weak. Okay, upgrade. Item guide. Do not buy this ever. You do not make this item. This is double attack speed. X-rays. Way better on fire. This AP, it's double AP. Way better on fire. Okay? Do not mix them. Upgrade, fucking bad. Always remember this. Upgrade is a fucking bad item. In pretty much everything that is not uber tanky. Grassidia, decent. I like the Grassidia pick. It's actually acceptable. We lack frontline. We have so much backline, so little frontline, so we will just be bleeding out. Indeed. Frontline dies too fast, so we cannot stack the upgrade. And that could be seen so easily. Experience, I guess. Experience, I guess. Never played this by before. I would not like to. I do not like to see you right during the game. Just be focused, you know. So tanky component, we should be making a Pokédoll instantly for this guy. We need to be tanky. Right now we are not nearly tanky enough. And we need to be activating Fire 6. I want to see you roll until you get your 6 fire unit. It is not acceptable that we remain at Fire 5. We need to be Fire 6 right here. Even if we sacrifice money and then we go level 8. Slowly but steadily. Ditto, perfect. We need the fossil stone and that's exactly what you will be taking. So now we have our 6 fire units. We are not rolling. What are we rolling for? Our units that needed to evolve are already evolved. Right now we need level 8. But to be fair, the rest of this game, it is mostly misunderstanding of fire and light, you know? This guy, you sell this. You sell this guy. Okay. And this guy should be Litwick just because it's light 3, and then you put a unit onto this light spot. You have to make use of it. This must be a tanky item. Absolutely essential that this is a tanky item. Because you need your front line to be strong. Your front line dies too fast. That is why you lose your rounds. Your front line dies too fast. If your front line survives longer, then your carries can maybe do something. What are we rolling for? What is this unit you are looking for? Tell me right now what is the unit you are looking for. Okay? If when you watch this replay you are not able to tell me what the unit you are looking for is, this means that you are rolling without a purpose. And that is something that should be absolutely forbidden. We never roll without a purpose. Okay? That's rule number 1. If you roll, you lose one gold. If you roll without a purpose, you just lose 1 gold without a purpose. So that is basically you are in front of a wishing well and you throw €1 into the wishing well. But you do not know what your wish is. You just threw €1. And you're like, well, what do I wish for? Wouldn't that be like ridiculous? Right? People that actually drop this €1 into the wishing well, they know what they are wishing for in advance. It is the exact same thing. When you roll, you must be knowing what you want to roll for in advance. Okay? But you should not be rolling right now. You should be going for level 8 anyway. You should be rolling for level 8 anyway. And okay, I think I already told you a lot and I do not want to overload your brain. So let me go through with the last thing, because this is something that a new player may very well not have noticed. Okay. Look down here. This is the repartition of the probability to get units of a specified rarity. Okay, this is common, uncommon, rare, epic, ultra. 1 gold, 2 gold, 3 gold, 4 gold, 5 golds. Okay, the higher the tier, the better the unit, usually. So this guy is an epic. You had 5% chance to get him. Why are these the probabilities? That is because you are level 6. Level 6 is a level you should only be at when you are looking for uncommon units. Because the uncommon units is what you actually get the most of. If you roll at level 6, it is because you are looking for a rare unit. The only rare unit that I can think of right now would be this guy. And I don't think it is essential to your comp. And the more you level up, the lower the common and uncommon become, and the higher the epics, legendaries, and rares become. So the reason why we want to go level 8 is not only because it activates Fire 8, even though that's the main reason. It is also because it will open up more rares, epics, and ultra units. And these 3 tiers are a lot more interesting than these 2. Right? The reason why you do not get the Fuecoco, the reason why it takes so long to get the Houndour, is because it's only 5%. But if you were level 7, it would be 10%. Double. You will have twice as much chances to get the unit that you want. So why are you rolling at level 6 rather than level 7? For what purpose? Level 7 you are stronger and get better units. Everything's better about level 7. Very little comp actually like to roll level 6. I can think of sound and no other one. I cannot think about any comp that is not sound. Maybe fighting, but I do not know fighting too well. Okay? It's easy to not notice these probabilities. But basically, if you look for commons, you roll level 5. If you look for rares, you roll level 6. If you look for... Wait. Come on. I'm starting again because my brain just farted. If you look for commons, you roll level 5. If you look for uncommons, you roll level 6. If you look for rares, you roll level 7. If you look for epics, you roll level 8. Okay? This is the basic rule. Epics, level 8. Rares, level 7. Uncommons, level 6. Commons, level 5. So if you have a common that you really want to evolve, you roll for it before you go level 6. If you have no real uncommon unit that you want, but some rares are very interesting, you do not stay level 6, you go all the way to level 7 as soon as possible to be able to roll for these rares. Okay? If you have an epic unit that is the cornerstone of your comp and that you can't win without it, you stabilize. Evolve 1 or 2 units maybe level 7, but as soon as you can you go level 8, because that is when you will be able to get this epic with the best probabilities. Okay? This is already a lot. I don't think I will keep going with this coaching, because if I say too many things, I will lose you. And that is not my goal. The other tips, I think I mostly told them on live when I was commenting. So I will advise you go through them over here. But I think this is enough. A very interesting game. I'm glad you failed it, because that is when we can learn the most things. So if you want to play fire, so be it, but be clear with yourselves. Do not play fire if you do not want to learn fire really. Okay? Only play the comp that will actually teach you something, which is your main comps. You're a beginner at the end of the day. You are not Crabhammer, you are not Obscuros, neither am I, by the way. You cannot play every single comp perfectly. So if you want to climb, you need to play your main compositions. Like, play through your own strength. At the end of the day, by imitating the best players, you cannot beat them. You can only try to touch the ankles. If I personally were to start imitating Crabhammer, I could never beat Crabhammer. Because you know who is the best at doing Crabhammer? It's Crabhammer himself. If you try to completely and 100% imitate me, you won't beat me. Because who's better at being me than me? Right? So what the best you can do, take my advices and then utilize them to play towards your own strengths and what you like to do. At the end of the day, we will probably end up not liking the exact same comps and not playing the exact same way. The basics of the game, for you and me, they are the same, so I can explain them to you. But do not forget, by merely imitating better players, at the end of the day, you will never beat them. So eventually you have you have to find what player you are and what is your strength. But before that, we learn the rule. In order, when you make art, and it is the same thing as when you play the game, in art, you learn the rules, then you master the rule, only then you break the rules. Okay? Before Picasso completely broke the rule and invented Cubism, he learned the very classic ways of art. And he was perfectly able to do very normal, classic, typical art. But only then did he become Picasso and started to do Picasso. Learn the basics, stick to your comps. Do not try to be too fancy. Learn the rules, master the rules, and only then make the rules yourself. Okay? Hope you enjoyed the content. Let me quickly check if someone told me something. Let me check if someone told me something onto YouTube, because technically I should have my own stream opened. Oh, I think it crashed. Oh no, someone told. Okay, I win guarantee, get 10 money. Okay, go econ, the 2 runs usually. Okay, so I can find. Yeah, no worries about this very specific game. This is one of many games. Doesn't matter in the long run. Okay? People, if you would like to be coached, do not hesitate. So this was a very unconventional coaching because I couldn't really talk with my people, you know, because this mic wasn't working. But if you have a mic that works, we will be able to do even better than this, even though I think this was already quite helpful. I'm glad you were here. I make content out of you, you make Elo out of me. This is a winning-winning situation, and I think we all enjoy the content. So, do not hesitate. I'm always open to suggestions, even if I've already coached you. Like, if it's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks, do not hesitate to send me back a message. If I'm available, which means pretty much not working or not on vacations, I'll always be here to help, you know? And yeah, until we meet again, you know, fuck AoEs and fuck the baby tree. And I'll see you later, people. Bye bye.